Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Ayana Audible. Today I have two special hosts with me. My good friend, Frenchi French.
It's Gemini season.
Super Gemini season.
And the homie Flash.
We gonna change that because I ain't your friend. It's MacFlash.
Oh. I thought that was your name, though, like your brand name.
What, the homie Flash? It was.
Oh, you gonna have to cut that off.
It was my, that phone be going up. It was my brand name for a while until I started realizing, like, I don't even want to be nobody's friend. So I'm gonna call myself the homie if I'm definitely the less friendly person you're gonna meet.
You don't want to be my friend?
I'm your friend for sure. We've been friends for a long time.
Yeah, we have.
So that's different.
Okay, so my first question is...
That's different.
So that's different. Okay, so you know how we listening to this rap, hip hop shit, and then people have these discussions where it's like, is it okay for us to say the N-word? Is it okay for other people to say the N-word while they're singing our songs? How do you feel about people using that word if it's not in a bad way?
I mean, I feel like me, right? Okay. I feel like in 2021, the word has become more appropriated. People use it as like a more general curse word, like other races. Mm-hmm. But if you asking me, and you know me, but I'm gonna say like, okay, so it's funny that you asked that because I just posted a video on my Instagram yesterday. And so it's this guy basically asking this question to some people on the street, and I think they was in the UK. And this girl's like, basically her explanation was the word came from because most slaves were from the I don't know if you call it the country or whatever, the
Nigeria?
Niger. So that translated over in America to nigger,
right.
or whatever. You got these different derivations of words. So it transferred over into that. So what she was saying is even the word negus, it means king. It means, melanated king or whatever. So it's kind of like negus is more, giving an affirmation to it, giving a more positive, standpoint on it rather than, the negative connotation of the word nigger. Like, so right. She was basically saying like, it's derived from negus, like, melanated king, to uplift my nigga. So if I'm talking to you, another melanated person, what's up, my nigga? That's like, giving you affirmation, like, what's up, black queen? Like, what's up, black king? Instead of like, somebody who isn't.
I seen that, and she also said that it was taken and turned into a bad word, like,
but
slavery.
I mean, yeah, but she's saying for us to take it back and use it, it's kind of like an aha moment, at the same time, like, yeah, they use it against us, but us using it is like, when, like she said, like, your masters or your ancestors wasn't using it in a rap
in a bad
type of like hey buddy type of way.
Right.
So you don't get that privilege. You don't get that that's okay to that's just it is what it is. Like everything isn't for you or for everybody. So it's certain shit that we can't say, and that's all right. But
what
that
about
thing,
you?
I
What
think
you
it's just
think?
hip hop.
I mean, me personally, it's like I use nigga a lot.
Right.
So I care less for who use it, depending on how they use it. It goes to depending. Like, if somebody say nigga in a song or something, I kind of look past it because they just rapping. They learned it from us.
If they're not black and they
they influences from us as far as music. So it's hard for me not to sound like certain artists that I was influenced by. So if they influenced by black, of course they gonna accidentally say nigga. But like in a regular life of just using it, I mean, I'm not gonna say accident to kind of relate to us a little better, to make us actually hear them a little bit. I guess they feel that's the way we hear them, by talking like us and acting like us. But as far as like real life, say I'm at a store and somebody be like, "Hey, you nigger," that's out.
Yeah,
that's out. But as far as music,
have you ever had a racist encounter? Like have somebody ever got into it and they was like, "You black"?
That's nice.
No,
that's
never.
Good to hear.
No?
I ain't never bumped
Me
into
neither.
that.
Well,
I've
actually,
never got
lying.
into it with no other races ever.
I'm lying because I was at work one day and she got mad because it was after hours. And
wait, who? A coworker?
Hispanic?
Or?
No, it was.
Which race
she
are
was
we
Mexican.
speaking?
She was
Okay.
Mexican.
Customer?
We're gonna say
customer.
Hispanic. We're gonna say Hispanic.
Yeah,
Hispanic,
we don't know
Latina,
her.
whatever. Anyways, she was ignorant. She called me a black bee and said the N-word because I was telling her that we were closed. It was time to go, blah, blah, blah. When she was upset because she was moving, you know my job. But it's still just like, okay, like, why you have to do that? Like, I'm at work. I didn't even respond back to her on the same level. I think I don't even remember what I said.
Good day, ma'am.
I think I walked away
Have a good
kindly.
day.
I was on the clock. You feel me? I couldn't give her a piece of my mind. But you know, that was what
Your
happened.
experience.
Yeah, and it was like,
I
whatever.
think it's funny. Okay, again, it's funny that you're bringing this up because I was thinking to myself about this topic today. It's like, think about, because again, you know me, I'm always telling people you have to start with understanding, no matter who it is, what race, black, blue, yellow, whatever the fuck.
Right.
We all human, right? We start with human race. So we have to put aside our ego and be like, okay, even if it's somebody disrespectful, you gotta be like, even if you don't agree with it, you gotta still first understand that person is either off, you feel me? Fucked up emotionally, whatever the case, but you know it's not you. You know what I'm saying? If you know personally you not in the wrong,
right.
You know what I'm saying? You like, okay, this ain't got shit to do with me. You know what I'm saying? So what is this person going, you know, mentally, what is this person going through that they had to do that?
Right.
So I say to that point, to that topic is like, think about when you get into it with somebody who is black, like, you know, and who know your deepest, darkest secrets. They gonna say, and when y'all mad, they gonna say whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
Come to their head
to hurt you. So I feel like, I just came to this epiphany today. I feel like in those instances, you know, everybody's not racist, and you do have a lot of racists, and you know, white people began racism, for as far as we know. Yeah. So of course that they get that stigma, right? But I feel like in heated situations when people are angry and shit, they're gonna say whatever the fuck they want to say to hurt your fucking feelings.
Yeah.
They may never even said that word all 30 years of their life. You know
and
what I'm
most
saying?
Arguments,
but today,
people use ignorance to go with it. Yeah, most arguments, people choose ignorance.
You know,
for sure.
and then like shit, you catch it on camera, and then now for the rest of their life, that person is a racist. And
right.
I'm sorry to say, that is what it is.
That's what it is.
I feel like when in some of those instances, people are just like so fucking mad, they just try to say whatever it is to hurt you because it's people that's black that'll say the most hurtful shit.
It's just when they realize there's nothing else they can say to hurt
you.
They see a powerful black woman, so only thing they can say to really get you to react is nigga.
Exactly.
So that's all they really want.
Do y'all think like how it was back in the days, like with our grannies and shit, as far as like sitting in the back of the bus and like segregation? Like, do you think that shit would work right now?
I think it's still segregated.
What do you mean?
I mean, like,
but it's segregated not by color no more, just by tax bracket.
Yeah. I know, I get that, but what I'm saying is, like, let's say if it was the 50s now, like we had to only do
what would we do in the 50s?
Drink from blacks, only black water fountain.
I mean, honestly, I feel like the black
and,
people back then was way more stronger than what we are today.
Oh, definitely. So
agree. Do you think if they implemented it now, how would it go? Do you think?
I mean, based off the people that fought for us, it wouldn't work. Because the people that fought for us, we just simply wouldn't go for it.
Yeah, we wouldn't go for it.
But if it wasn't for them fighting for us, I don't think it'd be no different.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody at this
would probably
day
be doing what they
as a whole community is strong enough to fight that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Cause I mean, like, when you think about, that's what kind of pissed me off when we think about, like, even music, but like the people who we are today, the melanated people or whatever the fuck, whether black, brown, whatever in between.
Right.
Shit that people have done in those era civil rights movement, you know what I'm saying, has almost been, now I don't want to say erased, but just like fucking diminished to like something so minute. And then like, it's hard to, what I'm saying is like all that work that they did is like, now it's like up for grabs. You feel me? Right. And it's like, it was for a specific reason, you know what I'm saying? Not to exclude anyone, but they did what they did for a reason, you know what I'm saying? So to see like, even black people not even taking it serious as far as like what's going on, like on my Instagram and shit, even though I'm not like, you know, the most vocal or whatever, but if you know me, you know, if I get the chance to sign a petition, I'm gonna sign a petition. If somebody's coming up to me, give me information about something, I'm gonna listen. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have an open ear to the shit.
Right.
But for most people to have that ignorant mentality, like, man, fuck that shit. That shit's stupid. Oh, you old granny ass nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's some old stupid, funny, ignorant shit, like clown ass shit. It's like, nigga, really think about it though. Like, we've already barely got any fucking culture, no history. You know what I'm saying? So the history that we do got, whether it's fucked up or not, you know what I'm saying, or what we come to know, you know, textbook history, I should say, people don't even take that shit serious. It's like, you know what I'm saying, you laughing that shit off when somebody's really trying to tell you, and like, we got to get away from that, you know what I'm saying? We got to start taking our shit serious, because if we don't take it serious, ain't nobody else gonna take it serious.
Exactly.
So how the fuck we gonna, you know what I'm saying, we gonna expect help and cry out for help when we ain't even like.
And then we have to understand that they're trying to steal our history and rewrite it.
But that's what I'm saying, because we're not taking it serious.
Exactly. So
we don't take ownership over it and lock that shit down to where it's like, no, like, we not fighting hard enough as a culture, I feel like. But, you know, one thing I will say, and I'll give to us, the swag, the culture, it's there, you feel me? Niggas be biting off our swag all day, every day.
That's been some since the beginning. Shit. I mean,
You know,
I
we
think all
pay for
cultures-
America. Our culture is what keep America going.
Yeah.
So they always gonna bite off that.
What you playing? Oh, LMA.
I
what
think I'm sorry, to your point what you were just saying. I think not to be, devil's advocate or nothing, but me being a fashion designer, I feel like a lot of cultures rip off other cultures, not necessarily black and white, because we got to get away from that too, is making it a black and white thing. Like, although shit do boil down to that, most of the shit.
It's deeper than that.
But yeah,
it's
deeper
a lot
than
of other
that,
cultures out here that's doing the same thing.
That's just like scratching the surface. Like, we don't really, you ain't even get into it. But because shit, I look at Indian culture, or I look at, fucking Asian culture as far as designing and stuff, and shit, some shit be looking good, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could take that and flip that and, do whatever. But so I feel like all cultures influence other cultures.
Each other.
Yeah, because even if you think about it, shit, little quick history lesson. Motherfucker, I forget what his name was, but the Italian guy who bought pasta back from back to Italy he came from like China and got the the idea about noodles and shit, and then he bought pasta back to Italy in his own way. So everybody piggybacks off other people's stuff. So
Yeah, because black people love some spaghetti.
okay, like
Okay.
Definitely
love
love pasta.
tacos,
Fettuccine, all that. Okay.
Seriously.
But you gotta acknowledge the impact that we have on every other culture.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So it's hard to continue to be mad that we impact every other culture.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah,
have
you
to
I'm
gotta
not
accept
mad.
that. You just
I'm
have
not
to
mad
accept
about it. I just be feeling like, don't do it in a disrespectful way. Like, don't. Like, even for us, like, we be upset that white girls want to get their hair braided or shit like that, and it's like, okay, y'all can't do certain things though. Like, some shit you can't do. Like, I'm sorry, you could try, but
I mean, you could do
ain't gonna
it, but yeah, I mean,
it ain't gonna work.
I mean,
Let's
honestly,
be honest. Your hair
like,
don't fall
like
out.
you just said, like, we influence everybody, so you can't be. It's like, look, like, not even to sound cocky, with respectfully. I don't know, dude, copyright that shit yet, but respectfully, what I'm saying is, like, okay, think about, like, if you got little brothers, but think about, like, your little girl cousins or whatever, or like, your little brother or little guy cousins,
Right.
You influence people, right? And
Right.
they gonna copy you, and you can hate it to the, to your core.
Just
like,
gotta understand
fuck, why
it.
you always copying me? But you have to come to that humbleness and be like, you know what? I'll take that and let me set a good example. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why
you have to understand that we need leaders.
Exactly.
So don't be mad when you're a leader. Don't look at people like they
Take
trying
it
to
on-
be. You
yeah,
a
take it
leader.
on your
So, do you address? I'm gonna ask you this as a man, because I'm not a man, but I'm gonna ask you because you're a man. Do you address the women you mess with as your bitch? Like, is that something that is normal to you?
Truthfully, I do.
Like,
Truthfully, I do. I mean,
like to her face,
Truthfully, I do.
like,
I mean, no, like to the homies and shit. Like to her face, she my queen, she my everything. But like when I'm just popping bullshit with the homies, like yeah, my little bitch. You know what I'm
But
saying?
okay,
I'm fucking with.
but why is that? Why do you have to switch that up
it's-
for the homies?
It ain't that I switch it up for the homies. It's just a better understanding. We just understand each other that way.
why you can't say my
But
girl?
if you,
Well, my
yeah.
girl, I mean, cause it's past that. My girl is just some female I'm fucking with. My bitch, that's who I'm really rocking with. That's who I'm really riding
Or
with.
is it that you are more elevated mentally than your homies, and you have to convey what you mean to them at a lower fucking
Yeah,
vibration?
it's definitely that. It's
Okay.
definitely that. Everybody, you say, oh, I'm chilling with my queen and all that. Niggas might look at you funny. They might not understand what you talking about, but you be like, yeah, I was chilling with my bitch all weekend. They gonna be like, oh yeah, you got you a cool, and it's like, it's just they
Oh, that's
understand
well,
that better.
for
Yeah,
me-
that's the one. Yeah, they just
For
understand that
me,
better.
I feel like I used to think that shit was cute. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I used to be like, okay, you know,
Yeah, but I definitely
that
don't think
felt
a
important
female
to
should
me.
think. I don't think a female should think that's okay. I don't
Yeah,
think that
I
as
had to stop motherfuckers from doing that shit. Like,
Yeah.
don't call me your bitch. I'm not. No.
Yeah, but
Like,
behind your back,
have
I'm
some more
definitely saying
respect, you know,
I'm definitely
Even
saying
if
it
I
behind
hear
your
you
back.
saying
Definitely.
it when you talking to somebody, I'm gonna say something. I'm not
Behind
your
your back,
bitch.
I'm
Like,
definitely
don't do
saying
that.
I'm definitely
Yeah.
saying it behind
Definitely
your back.
saying it to the homies.
Definitely.
That's
Chilling
disrespectful.
with
Without a
homies.
doubt. You should just
Definitely.
know
But
that.
if a woman called you a bitch, you would be mad.
Like if a woman called me a bitch, I'd be mad. That's
Yeah.
because she's saying it disrespectfully.
Yeah.
That's because
No,
she's saying
she
it a
said,
whole.
like, she
if I
talking
just
like,
call
"Hey,
you,
bitch!"
nah, that's out.
See, that's
out.
still disrespectful.
That's different.
Kind of like
That's
girly,
different.
like.
Cause I'll never say that to you. I'll never be like, "What's up, bitch?" Like I never think that's cool. Like you get what I'm saying? Like what
It
I'm.
is niggas that do
Yeah,
do
like
that,
I
though.
don't think that's cool. So I don't think it's cool for you to say it to me either. But do I use it as that term?
What's up,
Yeah,
bitch?
absolutely.
What's up, bitch?
A lot of dudes gonna lie about it, but behind closed doors when we talking, that's what it is. bitch niggas spitting,
You saying all
farting,
type of
cussing,
shit
and
behind
everything
closed
else.
doors. Even women talking to their homegirls, probably pumping it up and shit.
What?
Probably, you know what I'm saying? It's
I be
it's
calling niggas
chitter-chatter.
bitches behind their back.
Yeah, it's just chit
I
chat.
sure do. I call y'all bitches behind y'all backs too. So we even.
So it's even.
I'm not gonna say it to y'all face because that's really degrading. Like,
But
okay.
do you
But you gonna say that's
consider
my
your
nigga?
dude your nigga? Yeah, that's
my
what I was
nigga,
going to.
like, yeah, like that's
That's kind of
because
disrespectful as well.
How?
Because like it depends on like I'm just a nigga.
Right.
I'm not your man.
Yeah. See?
I'm just a nigga.
See?
You might
That's how
just
he
be a
feels.
nigga. You ain't my man.
That's what I'm saying. So that's both levels. That go both ways.
But if I'm talking about somebody that's not my man, I'ma say that's my nigga, or I don't know, shit.
But the crazy part is if
My
I'm talking
boo,
about a female
or-
that's not my woman, I wouldn't even say that's my bitch.
It's
I'd just be
different
like
though.
some little
Y'all don't
shit
care.
I'm
Y'all
fucking
call y'all homies niggas. That's my nigga.
Y'all call your homegirls
Y'all call your
bitch?
homie, your homegirls bitches.
Exactly.
Like that's my bitch.
I
It's
had
this.
to look, y'all, America. I had because me personally, like I take it disrespectful, you feel me? Don't call me a bitch because to me, the bitch word means, you feel me? Weak, weenie, pussy.
Right.
That's not me. That
Right.
don't describe me. You feel me? If you know me, you know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So even though I know you playing, it's just like,
Exactly.
But the day and age we in, I had to fucking, get used to it. And shit, I got almost defensive. It was like, yeah, bitch. Yeah, we all going to the fucking bar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to flip it around. But at the end of the day, I'd be like, I'd rather, it didn't even got to say queen. Just fuck, what's up, sis? Like, you know,
Yeah, it's
sis.
a lot of other stuff you can say.
And
you
like
know?
Mississippi, they say sir, like, sis, but they be like, yo, what's up, sir? Like, it's other shit you can say.
Yeah, sometimes queen don't mesh in right sentence. Like you can't say it all the time.
Nah, you
But
queen.
I'ma still treat you like one. I'ma
Always.
still
Yeah,
address
exactly.
you like
In your
one. But
mannerisms.
I'm not just
You
about to
treat
be
the-
like,
you treat the
hey,
lowest
queen,
female like a
like
queen.
every time. Like, bitch.
Gets a
like,
little
I know
corny
you're
after a while.
queen.
I ain't gonna front to all my melanated people. Get a little corny after a while.
Definitely.
But I think that we should push it though because we already have a bad view of the black woman stereotype, and I feel like we need to say positive affirmations towards each other.
I mean, why do
because-
you feel like it's a bad view of black women?
The mad
Because-
black woman is
The mad one?
Yeah.
is stereotype.
Yeah.
I've been called
yeah.
that before.
We basically don't have the right to be upset.
Yeah, I've been called that
I don't
before.
believe so. I don't think that.
I mean, abroad, like, you know. What
Yeah,
I mean?
I don't think so. Like, I more think that just like for us black men, like just like for the gangsters, it's what we promote that what we gotta understand on why we treat it a certain type of way. I can't get mad at how people look at me. People look at me like maybe I might rob, maybe I'm tripping. But I know the image that we put out there. So the image that a lot of females put out there, not all, but the most successful females, they put out an image that make us want to treat every black woman the same way. Cause everybody
Which
look
is
up
what
to
way?
it. Like they ain't shit.
But
we have
what
to
do you
first
mean?
find out.
Okay, wait. When you say the females that are quote unquote in power,
No, not
who
all
you
in
say?
power. I'm not going.
Give me
I'm
an
not going to
example,
say.
though.
I'm just going to say in music.
Okay,
In
exactly.
entertainment. Let me say
Music
entertainment.
is different
Yeah, I'm not
from-
saying every female that's
Yeah.
speaking, but majority of the shit that's popping is in the entertainment business. Majority
See,
of
that's
these little girls
that's
is looking
the
up.
influence that it has.
Exactly, it's a big influence. So just like the gangster, they don't influence the men that's really out here speaking with suits and ties and really trying to bring their community together.
Right.
They influence these dudes that's not from the streets, but putting on this street thing. So it make everybody look at the dude that look like that a certain type of way.
This is true, okay, but to your point right there, right? So even if you are the guy, I ain't even gonna say the nigga, even if you are the guy who's wearing a suit, who's going to this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying, city hall meetings, and fucking John down the street,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? The minute you pop off,
Yeah.
motherfucker,
They
there
treat
it
you
is.
like a
There go
nigga. They treat you
There
like
go
that.
nigga. You know what I'm
That's they
saying?
treat you
So
like.
is all of that even necessary when even at the end of the day, if you do all of that, you know what I'm saying?
But that's where we got to be strong. You can't let that stop you, because
I mean,
somebody
yeah.
got to show the next generation that no matter what they say, no matter what they think, this is who you're supposed to be. If we all
Yeah.
give up and
But
just
that's why
result
I
to
I
said-
that,
think it's the way you handle it.
yes,
That's why I
absolutely.
said we need to have positive affirmations sometimes, and
It's
and
hard
for
to
each
because
Wake
other.
up with
it's what they
positive
promote. They won't promote that.
Like for instance, like the last person I interviewed, she was telling me like basically she was out and they was dancing it was some girls dancing turned up, and whoever she was with like walked over to them and was lit with them. She didn't know them though, but she
Right.
was just trying to turn up with them. Like I guess the girl was cute, she was fucking it up, and then the girl looked at her like, bitch, don't be like, I don't know, y'all. Like, I feel like that was fucked up because it's like, just because you don't know me, bitch, don't mean I can't root you on and be turned up with you, and you know what I'm saying?
Some girl and her friends are out. Some other girl comes in the vicinity and starts.
You know how when we be out
up.
and like, for instance, if somebody start dancing and they
and
buy
we turn
us,
around like, all right,
yeah. Like
and
her
she
response,
turn around and look at us crazy.
Her response was like,
that's that on bitch demons.
I mean, that comes from that
Like,
envy and jealousy that they force us to have for each other.
but that's
maybe
what I'm
she
saying.
came over
That's
there
why-
already on an envious situation, trying to fuck it up in front of them and outshine them. You know
maybe,
what I'm saying? Like,
or maybe she
stun on
just
these
wanted
bitches.
to turn up. They was turned up. Maybe she just want to turn up with them. Sometimes
That's
we can't think like that.
But
I can't.
she's saying,
you can't
though,
think
she
like
went
that.
over there on some shit like that. But when the group turned around and
Seeing that they didn't know
celebrated
them,
with her,
yeah, she was like,
I don't know, y'all type
yeah,
shit.
like,
Wow.
and it was like, damn, like,
Yeah,
that's
tough.
why I be trying to push for us to be on some like, hey,
Black
queen,
women,
like, you know,
message,
what's up, girl,
message.
like,
Message.
have some positive energy, reciprocating and giving it out. Like,
Yeah,
what's the fucking
that's
problem?
just like dudes, like.
Yeah, even
Like
for
a
guys.
dude, like, you know, I look good when I get dressed. That's just me. Instead of a dude being like, I like that outfit, it'll be where you from, or it just be some awkward looking. Like,
Yeah.
instead of us just
This nigga
being
got too
cool,
much
like,
attention on
yeah,
him.
instead of us just being cool, like, you look nice. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. It's an envy and jealousy that they forcing us to have for each other. It's just they forcing us to have it.
Because it come out of nowhere too. You be like, damn. Even if it's one of your homegirls,
Man.
you be like, damn, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? Like,
Man.
what you mad? I don't know. I just. How many times y'all motherfuckers done heard that? I don't know. I just don't like her.
Yeah.
I don't even know why.
I don't know that. I don't know. I
Yeah,
just don't
that's
like that nigga.
definitely-
It's something about that nigga. I just don't know. I mean, granted, sometimes somebody doing something weird, you have that feeling. But you think about the times where it's like nothing going on. It's,
Right.
I don't know. I just don't like that bitch. Like,
Yeah.
I think we should move
that's your own
past that,
demons.
looking at the flaws in
You
people.
fighting your own demons.
I think we should just look past that. Everybody got a flaw. We all human. Now, some people
Got
flaw
nothing to do
is
with me.
more obvious than others. And you just gotta look past it. I can't judge you because it is one thing. You may be a drunk, passed out, falling all around. But Monday through Friday, you go to work and you work your ass off. So how can I judge you for
What
you
if they don't
turning
go to
up?
work and they just be drunk and passed out?
Then them.
I've been drunk past
All I can do is try to help them.
Without a job? But no.
No, but I'm
You
saying,
doing
but
your
at the
shit
end of the day,
still.
it's still like something else that I may be doing may be worse than that to somebody. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's why judgment ain't our call.
Yeah, it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
We gonna have our opinions. You know how that shit go.
Of course. People have
What you
their
about to
opinions.
play? So what's up? Where'd you go to brunch at?
Man, I don't know if I should plug them.
Why?
Let them know something.
Because number one, they ain't paying me to plug them. And number two, I don't know if I want the price to go up next time I go back. But nah, I went to this little spot. I believe it was like Seaside, Newport Beach area. It's called Mama's on 39. Fire endless mimosas. I mean, you can't find too many endless mimosas. That's why I had to drive a fucking hour away for it. But yeah,
It's
it's,
being cheap now.
yeah, it's my
Definitely.
aunt's. She like to go there. Family go there every now and again for brunch. So she went to go there for brunch. Her birthday's tomorrow, so it was pretty cool. Bought a little mimosa back, but it didn't make
She
it through.
stole the fucking glass.
Damn right.
Shout
I
out
paid
that
$100
place.
for my meal. They can give me that.
Definitely. $100. I'm taking something, a fork or
Fuck you, man.
something.
They ain't gonna miss this.
Napkins, I gotta leave with
I
something.
done put my lips on it already. Anyways, COVID. It's mine now.
This nigga's right here. You stupid as fuck.
Shit. I mean, I ain't telling you motherfuckers to go stealing fucking silverware every time you go out.
Make
but
sure you do.
I
If
mean,
you don't
I
have
had-
utensils at
I
home,
had
they
a
have them at
whole-
restaurants.
I had a whole mimosa left, and I had to come here. So
Wasn't wasting it.
Desperate times calls for desperate measures.
All right, back to the convo.
Let's get back to it.
Why do y'all think there's so many single black mothers in 2021?
Outsourcing.
You first. You first.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm with a single black mother. I'm
My
a single
mom was
black
With a
raised by
father.
single black
I mean, not
mother.
with one, but let's say I'm a single black father, so I
Okay,
know a
don't
single black mother.
discredit
What I
yourself.
mean by with is we got kids together.
Okay.
So, you know.
Co-parent.
I think it's because differences. It's different now. It's the men don't want to be the men, the women don't want to be the women. We all just want to be equal with each other. Somebody got to lead, somebody got to follow.
Yeah.
So
I say
without
that all the
somebody
time.
being willing to follow and somebody being willing to lead, it just won't work. And people have kids in situations maybe they shouldn't have them in. So I think that's why it's so many single mothers out here.
Are you willing to be a stepfather to somebody?
Yeah, I'm a stepdad. I'm a stepdad before I was a father.
Oh,
I got with a girl that had kids. I don't care about that. A lot of dudes don't really care about that. It just seemed like
I've heard guys complain about that though.
Really?
Yeah.
That's because they
like,
weak.
I ain't dating no bitch.
Yeah,
That's because they weak.
That's because they attention seeking and they
me
want that
me
attention.
growing up without a father, I wouldn't care what kid, a nephew, a friend, a kid next door. I'm gonna influence all of them. I'm gonna be around and make sure that they straight or whichever way that I can. So men that grew up like that, it don't really matter who kid that is. You take every kid in that's around you.
Respectfully. What about you?
What was that question again? I'm gonna make sure I be direct. How do I feel
too many
about single
goddamn
moms?
mimosas.
I really had like
Yeah, how do you feel about single black motherhood?
I love it. I mean, at the end of the day, I think single black motherhood is equals survivalhood. You know what I'm saying? That's all that was. Let's just be honest, you know what I'm saying? Especially, I'm speaking from my experience. You know, my dad, he was, doing what he do. I ain't gonna dry snitch, but he was doing what he do. He went to Penn State, you feel me? Came back with this, that, and the third. But, growing up with a single mom, I mean, of course you got your aunties, your grandma, and all in between. But living at home every day with my mom, you know what I'm saying? Single mom. And she wasn't the type to have niggas coming in and out the house. So it was really just me and her all the time. I love it. It taught me as a woman to stand on my own and make sure that, get it done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I seen her get it done. You know what I'm saying? She raised me. It's just me and her, but shit, I'm pretty sure I was a handful. Like, you know what I'm saying? And looking now, now we at the age where they were when we could remember, as far as, your childhood.
Right.
Going back to your childhood memories is probably about the same age your parents were, right? Mm-hmm. So thinking about, me now and thinking about having a kid, like if I had a kid, getting through all the shit that I got through to be where I'm at right now, like I couldn't imagine. Like, so that's why I take my hats off to single moms, parents, period. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I definitely single moms because, I mean, at the end of the day, you a mom, you got to get it done. This came from you. You already have a connection with the kid, so you ain't gonna let it fail. A real mom. Right. You know what I'm saying? But just to the shit that we go through, especially like in LA, you know what I'm saying, poverty and this, that, and the third, like, hats off to the single moms. Even in third world countries. Like, think about that. Definitely. Damn, the ghetto. Think about third world countries.
And we not excusing
when the
you
motherfucker just leave and go to the next fucking tribe, go to the next fucking hut, and he done left her with 6 fucking kids or something, and she get it done. And that motherfucker go off and come to America and become a doctor. Like, you think that is beautiful. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't just think like, oh, that's just that is normal, but it's being normal is even big. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers let that shit go. Because
a lot of people can't survive. Yeah. A lot of people can't survive. I know a lot of different type of single women with kids. Like, it's a lot of
crazy
different
shit. And shout out to the moms who kept their integrity.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Definitely.
Because I ain't saying a lot of motherfuckers out here doing some shit. Like,
I done seen women not even want child support.
We can't judge. Right.
I done seen some strong ones.
My cousins like that.
I done seen some strong ones.
That's dope.
We can't judge because, I mean, get it how you live. You gonna get it out the asshole or out the
I ain't saying get his ass for child support. Get him.
No, not him.
Get him.
But I'm saying, as far as females, like whether they stripping home, whatever, I can't judge you. I ain't gonna because you trying to make it for your kid. But what I'm saying is, even regardless, I done seen bitches not without the dollar doing crazy shit. Yeah. And got kids. Yeah. Is what I'm saying. You feel me? And you gotta do better. I don't give a damn if you black or white.
Definitely.
Mexican.
And you dads gotta do better because y'all make it hard on the actual dads. Y'all make it real hard for us and the term and how it look like on us dads. Y'all make it real hard.
Yeah, of course, my mom she had boyfriends here and there, but she was a single mom. Right. And, it was rough. I'm sure she had 5 kids, you feel me? And she's a strong woman, she did it. She made sure we was in school, we had what we needed to have, we was provided for. Graduated. Diploma. Yes, like.
Paying rent, got your own house now. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And even for the things that she couldn't do for me, that I had to become strong as a woman for myself, I still needed that because as much as I wanted her to be there for me in certain spots, God or whatever made it to where I had to create my own strength and be there for myself. So I thank her for that too, Even my dad, like, he was in and out, I'm not grown up being no bitter ass bitch. Like, my daddy wasn't there. Like, it is what it is. It made me what I am today, who I am today. And I feel like in your healing path, you have to learn how to forgive your parents, especially us, because we come from a community where
everybody trying to figure it out.
Years ago, we was castrated and shit and generations and all that, you know what I'm saying? So you have to learn how to understand each generation, because the older generation try to penalize us, we try to penalize them,
right?
And it's no real grounding, like. And I love it when I run into a black woman that's like willing to put me up on game or talk to me, right. Or an older black man that's willing to, look, young lady, you should do this. Or I love that. You feel me? Don't be coming at me like, yeah, you youngins, this and that. Like, bro, I don't want to hear that shit. We don't want to hear it when they come to us like that.
We gotta hear it. We got
but that's not the way. It's the way.
And I think that's where we messed up at. No, but that's where we messed up at. Because back in the day, the lady down the street be able to discipline if she see you wrong. See, where we messed up at, we just don't want to hear it. We don't take that discipline. Sometimes, they say stuff out of line, but they had a right to. Mm-hmm. They got the wisdom and the age to be able to get out of line with somebody our age. You can't really look at that. If you know deep down in yourself you're doing something wrong, or if you got to question what you're doing, that means you're doing something wrong. Mm-hmm. And if somebody older is telling you that, it don't matter which way they saying it, just listen to it.
Yeah.
Just listen to it.
Gen Z, you younger motherfuckers, the millennials, y'all take heed, because we know, because we was the disrespect. We started the disrespect. Understand, trust and believe. Like, we was the motherfuckers on the bus. Shut the fuck up, old lady. Like,
sagging and banging and everything else.
Hey, but to that point in what you're saying, I was just telling her about this the other day. So it's been two encounters where that came up. Okay, right. So I was watching Snoop Dogg's old podcast when he used to have the West Fest or whatever on YouTube, and then I just was recently watching LeBron's thing that he had on HBO. Yeah, and Jamie Foxx is basically saying the same thing. What they both were basically saying was, they era was basically kind of the fault for that, because think about it, they came out of, they parents, they moms and dads came out of the civil rights era, right? So they benefit off of that. You feel me? Even though the Panthers got swept out and locked up and all that,
right?
So it was kind of like a clean slate for everybody. So these niggas, and then everybody getting drafted to the damn music industry, so they like, they ain't trying to fuck up their money, you know what I'm saying? They ain't saying too much, they just gonna get this money. Let's thrive, you know what I'm saying? But what Snoop Dogg was saying on his podcast is like, he was saying this to RJ. He was like, he's like, I take a fault to it because, shit, my generation, like the generation before us, was kicking us down game. The niggas in the 70s and the pimps, old pimps, they was giving us game. They was telling us that, but we didn't do that for y'all.
Exactly.
We was kind of a little bit more selfish with it, and took the game and did what we was supposed to do. Yeah, but we didn't kick the game down. You know what I'm saying? And so that calls for, like Tupac said, the hate you give, what it say? The hate you give little infants fucks everyone. Thug life. You know what I'm saying? Thug life was the fuck you mentality. It's like, I'm gonna do for me. We're gonna ride. Whatever it is, what it's gonna be.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like the 90s era. Was kind of coming out of that civil rights, let's be, kumbaya to fuck that. We gonna do whatever, you know what I'm saying? We gonna do whatever the fuck we gonna do. Yeah. Like I was going, like what I said earlier, it's like, think back to when you trying to be on some queen king shit. There's always that one motherfucker that's gonna come in there and shut your old, stupid ass.
But it's just the fact of the 80s happened.
I'm motherfucker.
The 80s happened, which mean that drugs happened. So a lot of the people that started giving game was like crackheads.
Yeah.
It's hard to listen to them. It's hard to believe them.
That's true.
It's hard to.
But
let me tell you, I learned that. It's some smart ass crackheads out here.
It's some crackheads.
And that's where it fucked us up at, because if you see somebody sleeping at the bus stop, right, and you out here doing whatever you're doing, they telling you you need to carry yourself their way. Motherfucker, you need to get up off this bus stop and get your life together.
Fuck you telling me how to carry.
So that's where they know how powerful things are.
Yeah.
So with everything that happens, that's just the things that we have to be mindful of, that every time we go further, we take a step back. Like right now, we taking a step back because it's a new thing going on. It's new drugs. It's a whole new image being shown to us. So they knew that we wouldn't do drugs. We saw the crackheads. They know that we wasn't finna be crackheads.
Now everybody sipping lean.
The next generation. So what they did wasn't even the lean. It just the music.
Popping pills. No.
But the
music is promoting.
It promotes it.
The fucking
so
perks
even if
and
you're
all
not
that.
seriously doing it, you want to act like you're doing it.
Yeah.
You want to seem like you doing it.
Wear the shirt that say you doing it.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what the problem is. It's always gonna be drugs now. First it was actually the white people.
Yeah.
But now it's actually us.
They figured out something else that'll work.
Drugs.
Yeah.
So what? You being a millennial and you knowing you have a son, right? And how old is he?
9 months.
Okay, so your baby got a while to go.
Wow.
I don't know what they gonna call his generation when he get older, but
dumb as hell.
What is something that you would tell him what is some type of game you could give him about being a black man in this time right now?
It's hard. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I realized that I can't tell my son that he can be his own man. Because him being his own man, he think he can do certain things that he can't do. He think he can talk a certain way he can't talk. He think he can move a certain way he can't move. So I'm learning that. That's the question I can't ask because I'm learning. I don't know what to tell my son. I know what I was taught and I know what I was taught was wrong. I was taught a way that I feel like I can talk and say what I want to say. I got arrested for talking a certain time. Didn't do no crime. I did nothing.
Oh yeah.
All I did was talk shit.
Oh yeah, it gets
Got
you somewhere.
The way I look, it bring a lot of problems. So I don't really know what I'm gonna teach my son. First I have to teach myself. It's a lot I still gotta learn, a lot I still gotta grow. Then I might be able to teach him something. But right now, it's conflicting, it's confusing because all the shit that I see them just not giving a fuck about black kids. Like whatsoever
Y'all see
at
that
all.
little 6-year-old that got shot?
Oh yeah, by the Chinese man.
And the man got out for $10,000 bond, 10%. So that's like what, $1,000?
They said they was gonna try to
$1,000.
review that again though.
$1,000 to get out.
They said they was trying to review
So he
that
went
again,
back to
though.
jail.
But still, it
He
happened.
ended up going
Let's
back.
fuck
Yeah.
all the review. Y'all allowed that to happen.
And nobody did nothing about it.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, thank God he got arrested. Cause
He got arrested because
motherfuckers
of
don't even get
social
arrested
media.
sometimes. But
He got arrested because of how big social media is nowadays.
and I'm, you know what? Like we be talking about this. Social media is bittersweet because we could complain about it, but shit like that, social media is a tool. You have to learn how to use it.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
I like between all this, like, you know, different racial stuff, whatever. You feel me? Whether it's Asian hate or, you know, black crime, black hate crime, white hate crime, whatever. Social media has become a tool that we can use to really seriously voice
Definitely.
our opinion. And to our surprise, the next motherfucker in Connecticut feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh yeah, okay, so we all feel the same way, so let's do something about it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to do nothing about it. Just talking about it gets something done, because they said they rearrested him over public outcry. So just even saying, even though it shouldn't even take that, but even,
It should definitely never take
It is
that.
good to know that public outcry is a thing, that it gets, you know, something handled.
And that's what I want people to understand, what the difference is when everybody say that all lives matter. And the difference is, how many times do we see a black man kill a kid of a different race? Or how many times do we see the police kill kids of a different
Very
race?
rare.
I can just say I never see it.
Man, I didn't even. The thing about that conversation is like I feel like it's redundant to have, because we all know. We all know. Like we all know.
We know the
who's
truth.
getting killed. We all know.
They try to
there's
put
no
it as
need to
far
even
as,
be like, oh well, how many white kids are getting killed? How many? There's
Exactly.
none, because if some, none. Because there's not the number doesn't even amount to a third of how many fucking black kids are
And we
being
just speaking
killed
on
off of
kids.
just
We're not
nothing.
speaking on you adults that you
kids.
older gang members. We're not speaking on criminals. We speaking on kids, strictly kids. How many kids are targeted by police and what race are they? We all know the truth
I
of
could
that.
fuck your head up even further. The what was it? The Tulsa massacre. Like 11 kids died in that damn massacre. They wasn't targeted. They didn't give a fuck who they was killing. 6 kids, like in the church that they bombed. It was kids that died in there. There were no adults in there. It was all little girls. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Do y'all think we'll ever get reparations?
No.
I'm gonna say today on record, on camera, no. And if it changes, glory be to the heavenly spirit, because
I don't think we get reparations.
If they give us reparations, they gotta give us everything.
Right.
They gotta give us every fucking thing.
And I don't think we get reparations because there's some lies in history of
That's what
things
I'm
that we
saying.
think
Once
happened
we
that
start
probably really
unpacking
did not
shit,
happen.
Once we start, you gonna give us a check for this? It's some motherfucker that's gonna speak up and prove, oh, well, you also gotta give us a check for this because you missed this.
Right.
And it's another motherfucker that's gonna speak up and prove, oh, you also gotta give us a check for this because remember this? They're gonna have to give us every fucking thing.
So they wouldn't be
can't
able to give us
reparations
nothing.
because
They would
they're
have to
gonna
give us this whole country.
everything, which
Plus.
is rightfully ours, but they don't wanna do that. They only wanna give us a little bit payout, be done, settlement, and be done with it. But they can't do that with us because they're gonna have to give us everything. Every fucking thing.
That's cold.
But what is
I didn't even
everything?
think about it like that.
What is everything? Because everything.
Land,
Everything. That's
money,
why I put emphasis on it.
Benefits, health care,
Everything.
nigga.
We
For
damn,
sure, health care.
we damn near. Shit, you damn
But
near do
would
enough
all
research,
that, would all
motherfucker. You should
that
be
matter
living like
if
an Indian
if
on
we
a
not
reservation.
peaceful? Would all that matter if we're still targeted? If they give us all that, but if we're still
But
targeted
that's
to
what I'm
be
saying.
killed, would all that matter?
Giving us all of that has to come with security.
Yeah,
You can't give us all of that and leave us out here bare and naked.
yeah, because that's
I
what they
won't.
gonna do. If they
Yeah.
ever give us anything, they leaving us out there for the wolves.
No,
Yeah.
Don't
For
care
you to
who
come
come
back
get
and
it.
get it and steal it from me again. Hell
Exactly.
Basically. That's a good point.
Great. Great.
What you playing? What's this?
It's Roddy Rich right here.
no. Y'all like his new song?
Which one?
Late at night.
I
Late
heard
at
it.
night.
I don't think I heard it.
Kiss me in.
And if I did heard it, it probably was on some late night shit, and I can't remember. Cause I let music just play all
It's
night.
been on the radio. That's cool. I
Yeah,
like
right.
he keeps his mystique. That's what a lot of you motherfucking young rappers don't understand. It's cool to bubble. It's cool to get that check, but you gotta
What
keep
I like
that
about
mystique.
him is what's behind the camera. Who he is behind the camera. Who he is behind the camera. He really take care of his community.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
really tries to do what he can for his
And that's
community.
what I'm saying. You supposed to be that.
It's rare. It's rare.
But you know,
A lot
his
of these
influence is
artists
Nip.
say that they are doing it and really not.
Well, I ain't gonna say his influence is Nip. I'm pretty sure if you that person, you probably always been that person. But as far as like, you know, doing business with Nip, I'm pretty sure that had an influence on him as well.
Yeah.
To his
Yeah.
own integrity, which
Yeah.
make him actually want to follow through with it. Because I'm pretty sure they had conversation where
Yeah,
he, you know,
because being blessed to be able to do business with Nip, it's a lot of people that's not gonna be able to because unfortunately he died so early. But
Yeah.
the people that was around him, they should take those words and those everything serious.
Hell yeah.
you know what? I think people don't even realize or recognize, I should say, when they in those moments and realize, like we saying, like,
Yeah.
I mean, what we just said earlier about getting the game from the OG shit. Young niggas call us the OGs now.
Yeah, that
30,
shit pissed me off.
Late, yeah, I know,
be
but
mad.
it is what it is. It
Like, nigga,
pisses
I'm
me
your
off too,
age.
but
We the same age.
it
I don't
is
know what you're talking about.
It is what it is. It's gonna come a time, but you should also take that as, you know, a medal.
thing,
Like, you know,
right.
get your stripes on. Like,
Yeah.
but when you get that game from older people, I don't even think, or not even older people that just have a different outlook on life in the moment, I don't think a lot of them motherfuckers really understood
it.
Like, they
until
knew
he
that
was gone.
like he said in his raps, like, niggas thought I had it wrong, now they know I had it right. Like,
Yeah.
I
niggas
feel like
don't
when
understand
Nipsey-
that in the moment.
when Nipsey died, his lyrics hit way harder.
Yeah, because now you listening.
Like, yeah, I was listening before, but
Yeah,
it just
me personally,
felt,
yeah, but
it felt like what he was saying was so fucking real. Like,
And I
it
just
was
hate
like,
that
That's
part.
why he's
I hate
great.
that it takes for somebody great to die for people to hear.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
Like
for
that's what
tragedy
it takes
to
really
happen.
for people to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that has to happen, and that's sad. 'Cause
But for
Nipsey
me,
been telling it
luckily
since he
for
came
me,
out.
I
Dudes
was-
ain't got no names.
10 years,
Yeah,
10
that's what I'm
years.
saying.
Come
Come
on
on
now.
now.
He been telling it.
I've been a Nipsey
Frosted
fan
Boy.
since day one,
Frosted
so
Boy, been telling it.
I've always paid attention to him. But the feeling of when he passed away, and it was just like listening to his music again was like a refresher. Like, damn, like he really everything he said he did that shit.
Yeah, he did.
But it was
Like,
amazing how he
literally.
was recognized.
And you wanna be
After
that
him
nigga.
dying, it was amazing. The parades through
Yeah.
the whole city, that was amazing. That was
Yeah, I
amazing.
like
you
how
want
everybody
that.
came together
was
around that
amazing.
time.
You want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you
I can't
leave
say
this
everybody
earth,
came together, but
well,
a lot
for
of
those few days.
a lot of people tried. It was amazing that he was even able to start a conversation like that.
yeah.
We've been trying to have a conversation like that before I was even around. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
just if this side can hang with this side, can
Man,
we get
he
money
did it.
together?
That he the reason.
He the reason for a lot
That's
of
not
stuff
even
to be different in
discredited.
LA. Not as far as because global, it's different, but as far
Mm-hmm.
as just LA, a lot of people understand it's not like that in LA. We're still
Yeah.
separate. We're still divided by the 110 freeway. It's still like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Nipsey kind of brought the East Side and the West Side together with this passion, and I feel like that's a
Him
good
and
thing. I just
YG.
hate that it took for him to die for people to actually see that.
Yeah, YG too.
Him and YG,
too.
when they did that link up,
Yeah.
that made niggas, because first of all, like we saying, like, music has such an impact on people, a culture, that it can move shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
can move mountains. Music can move mountains. So like when them niggas linked up, and even though YG from Compton and Nipsey was from LA, it was like Crips and Blood. If you
Yeah.
thinking about the mentality,
That's a big
that'll
thing.
go,
Like Crips and Bloods,
Yeah,
right.
like, oh, Crips and Blood. Oh, he a Crip. Oh, he a Blood. Oh, they ain't supposed to. You feel me? They
Yeah.
went past that. It was like, let's get this money, nigga.
Yeah.
You making good music. I'm about to hop on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then niggas thought past that, and that's what you have to do, because think about it. I tell these niggas all the time, nigga. You can never say I'm from. First of all, you can't put me from where I live
Nah,
live at.
you can't.
You can't put me in. That's just stupid. But second of all, motherfucker, how you gonna put me on? And my enemies is my cousins.
Yeah.
That don't make no fucking sense.
And like I
you know
tell
what I'm
people,
saying?
at the end of the day of being a gangster and all that banging street stuff, I realized that you turn into a crackhead.
Right.
I never seen it happen no other way. Most gangsters, most of you
Explain yourself.
OGs,
Explain yourselves. for
y'all
the
gonna be
people.
crackheads. I'm tell you the truth, y'all wasn't working no job. Y'all was out here running these streets,
Or drunk.
drinking, smoking every day. What you think gonna happen when you 50? You think you gonna be able to get a job
How you think the motherfuckers that been at the
Dick
liquor
ain't
store?
gonna work.
after your baby mama leave you? Cause I know you at your baby mama house
Right.
right now. After she leave you, what are you gonna do after that? Gonna do drugs.
People
Think
really
about
make
it.
a career out of I mean, I don't think they even think about it. Like, they obviously don't. But yeah, like a career out of just being in the streets.
Yeah.
It's like it don't get you nowhere. Like,
Nowhere.
If you even these rapper niggas. For instance, Pooh Shiesty. Didn't he just fucking shoot at somebody at the damn, or supposedly?
And that's when you know they're not really from the streets. That's when you know that. Ain't no way that a dude who really come from that environment gonna get that much money just to still live like that. Now, if I gotta protect myself, that's different.
Right.
But to just be out there ignorant like that, like, and I know that I got something, I got I done bought my mama a house, because that's what the whole goal is of being a gangster.
Get the fuck out.
It's to get out of it.
Have you seen? I think I asked you already. Have you seen Hip Hop Unlocked, whatever it's called? I forgot. It's on Hulu, and they basically talk about how niggas really don't be.
Oh, it's a show now.
Yeah, it's a show. Big U is on there.
Yeah, that little series, right?
Debbie Deb on there.
I haven't seen it, but I meant to tune in because that's definitely something I'm into. What happened?
But they basically make a point to say, like, the rappers is really not living, like, whenever they tried to live that gangster life, they ended up fucking their whole career up.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
And it bounced back on them, and they lost everything. So it's like
the streets and business don't really match with each other. Image and business match with each other.
Yeah.
So that's people understand. It's an image. That's all it is. It's not really streets. It's never gonna work. Mm-hmm. You're never gonna be big enough to shoot somebody in the club, no matter what's it. Now you just really told you the biggest celebrity, you gonna shoot somebody in the club. Everybody about to tell on you. Everybody done got it on camera.
I mean, especially today, all the niggas gonna do is,
man,
you know what
his
I'm
own people, his own crew recording. That's just how it go.
What rapper, I don't know who it is, but they got indicted for, like, rapping about doing some shit, and they actually went in, looked the lyrics
that
up.
That go from Boosie,
Tay-K. No, Tay-K, that's what she talking about.
Boosie, Tay-K, who's Tay-K? Dumbass.
6ix9ine, bitch ass did it to herself.
You talking about old boy with the dreads? What is his name? Melly.
Oh, YN and Melly.
Yeah, you talking about Melly? Yeah.
They get on there and they actually rap about it.
And it's like, damn, nigga, you just dry stitch on yourself.
That's just telling on yourself.
I mean,
so is it safe to say that rappers are not really living the life that they fucking talk
absolutely.
If they
about?
Or
do you think that they're taking the drugs and doing all that?
They absolutely doing drugs. See, drugs is a part of that business. Yeah. It's been a part of that business.
Come with that.
But I'm saying it's like being able to be off 10 perks and go to the studio and, like, can you do that? Like,
absolutely.
Or are you lying?
Absolutely.
Just to get motherfuckers.
Absolutely, you can. Absolutely, you can do 10 perks,
drink
all the lean. Yeah. That's why they OD. That's why they die. Yeah, absolutely. That's why they die.
Damn.
That's why they end up dying. Yeah, I done seen people do big drugs, like drugs, like regular niggas. We ain't even talking about rapping. I'm talking about in hoods. Niggas doing drugs.
Why do you want to be that high?
Why do you need all that?
It's addiction.
You gotta understand what addiction is. You in the studio, bro.
You gotta understand, like, that's like drinking liquor. Once you start drinking, you know, it's hard to stop drinking. Yeah. Like that bottle that you're drinking right then and there.
Yeah.
Once you start smoking weed, it's hard to stop smoking weed. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't just hit a blunt, put it out, and that's it. Just leave it there. You're gonna go back and hit that motherfucker. So as you do these bigger drugs, it's just a bigger addiction. So they do 1 perk, 2 perks. They may have started off doing one a day. One for a whole week. The next week, one ain't gonna do shit for them.
Yeah, because they already hooked up.
Now they gotta do 2, 3, 4.
Look, they out here doing the fake drug, the fentanyl shit.
That fentanyl.
So that's synthetic.
What is it called? Fentanyl?
That fentanyl. I don't know the exact word. I call it that fentanyl.
Stop fucking doing it, bro.
Don't mess with that fentanyl.
Too many people out here even got confessionals laying in the fucking hospital bed. I took a bad pill and, bro, why? Why are you even taking that shit? Like,
addiction.
Come on. You know, now they putting fake ones in it now. So now y'all niggas got to stop because you can die.
I think it go back to your point, Flash, about, like, motherfuckers just trying, like I always say, you can't be trying to look like the nigga or look like the man. You gotta actually be the man.
Gotta be him.
Be out here trying to look like the man, like you said, trying to keep up and do all these drugs and, like, wear the shirts to say I'm doing this and like that is so corny, nigga.
Corny.
Real gangsters, real niggas do not do all that.
We
like,
used to get beat up.
Do all that.
I don't know about this new generation. We got beat up for certain shit.
Right, for telling.
For smoking weed too young, we was getting beat up. Big homie.
What?
So, smoking weed. When we was 10, 11, smoking, getting caught with weed in our pocket, big homie used to beat us up.
What was you doing?
They ain't never gave us no drugs. Nowadays, that shouldn't be your big homie if he wants you to be a crackhead. The big homie wants you to be a crackhead. Think about it.
He wants you to be on
your
dope.
Big homie is a crackhead. How about
that?
Definitely.
He is the crackhead.
He's a crackhead.
Give that nigga 5 more years to see
all
where
you
he at.
need to be high in these streets.
That's it.
If you ain't getting money, because first of all, what motherfuckers misunderstood too is like, gang ain't even what it is now. What it started, it wasn't what it is now. Like it started as like, you know, almost community outreach, like on some like help the community type stuff. Now it's like kill, kill, kill. But in the beginning, it was help the young dudes, help, you know, help that family, go help her with the groceries type shit. You know what I'm saying? Now niggas done lost that through, you know, all the transition.
Through the transition.
Yeah, it ain't about killing nobody. If somebody disrespect you, okay, off top, you know, handle your business or whatever, you know, however you see fit. That's between you and your God.
And sometimes disrespect ain't that serious.
Yeah, it ain't
you understand,
serious,
handling
bro.
your business, man. You gonna be up in there smelling like piss, stuck in the cell, all off of somebody saying something to you. Throw your whole life away. It ain't worth it.
Yep.
Too egotistical.
It's too much.
Ego has killed a lot of people. And I ain't gonna say black people. Ego has gotten a lot of people killed. You gotta learn how to unpack that shit internally and be like, you know what?
Yeah. But you gotta know what disrespect is. What is disrespect? Is disrespect just somebody saying something to you? Is disrespect
Everybody have
somebody...
their own definition.
Yeah, that is
Everybody
true.
have their own
Disrespect
definition.
is crossing the line. Like if you know me, first of all, if you know me and you know what I call for, what I ask for, and I give you a certain amount of respect.
And you're right. Disrespect can only come from people that know you. If you don't know me, how can you disrespect me?
That's
You don't even know what to do to respect me.
But they'll take that as disrespect, like, oh, he looked at me foul, or he was staring at me too foul, or he might have said something rude.
Yeah.
He might have still said something rude, but as you as a person, how are you going to define disrespect?
Right.
Like, this person don't know you.
You don't even know
personally.
me.
Like,
Exactly. You don't know me. And I don't know what they going through today.
Like
you said, I don't know what you're going through today.
Never know.
They mama probably just died.
Right.
Motherfucker ready to kill somebody.
Out,
I'm not even
Whatever.
finna get into it with you. Probably ready to kill somebody.
Because honestly, I really fuck you up. But anyways,
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Like now you gonna fuck yourself off because you need to fuck them up real quick, and they just going through it today.
They going through it. They ready to stab somebody up,
Right,
and you thought you was finna have a fight. Don't do
involve yourself.
So we about to wrap this up. Any last minute comments, suggestions?
I just want to say, black men, when you out there in America and you see black women in distress, or even, you know, just in a situation that may be a little bit challenging for her, help her out. Because that's where we at is black women feeling like, because I remember I did that topic on my Instagram. Black women don't feel protected, and we need to get back to that.
Especially by black men.
And in the same sense, black women, when you get that protection, you need to lift your man up because he gonna keep you going.
Reciprocate.
Reciprocation is the key.
Absolutely.
What about you?
And yeah, we got to protect our women so they can protect us and protect our babies, because, you know, that's what's going to protect our babies. So without protecting them, that's basically leaving our babies without protection. So think about that.
Well, thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Y'all gonna see me
Two
again.
fucking Geminis. Sitting
It's
in between
Gemini
two
season.
Geminis.
We had to pop up. You know what I'm saying? It's Gemini season, so it is what it is.
The most fucking hated.
I'm done being a Gemini this year.
You know what? We ain't gonna get into that. We ain't gonna
We
get
can
into
talk about that
That'd be
next
a whole other
time.
hour on that one right there.
But yeah,
Seriously.
thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Ayana Audible. Peace out.